Hello, welcome to this Good Vibrations reading for the new moon energy that we have starting on October 30th. So the new moon energy is going to be at its peak at 1:38 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, Sunday, October 30th. This new moon is in Scorpio. And as I said in my reading last week, I feel like Scorpio gets a bad rap. Those of us who work in astrology, Scorpio is a challenging energy to understand and interpret. I personally, as an astrologer, feel very much driven by the Scorpionic energy because there's no messing around with Scorpio. Can I say it again? Scorpio will not be lied to. Scorpio refuses to have things buried beneath the surface that are festering. It won't stand for it. And I think as a collective, if we look at things happening on the political scene, in our personal lives, and even on some of the greater collective within a community, whether at your work or within a family or within a selection of people, you know, a race, a gender, big groupings of humanity, we see things happening where the injustice cannot be tolerated any longer. This is a huge moment, everybody. As much as I'm about good vibrations, sometimes good vibrations are slightly painful and slightly unexpected. Scorpio can uncover things that we never could have imagined. And why I celebrate the Scorpio energy, and any of you that have the sun, moon, or rising in Scorpio, or major planets in Scorpio, I salute you. Because you're part of this collective within humanity that is here to uncover everything that has been programmed and everything that has been fed to us with a spoon, like, here you go, here's your morning oatmeal, this is what you have to have, it's got to be like this or this. Scorpio's like, no, I'm sorry, no, I really enjoy having pizza for breakfast, so up yours, I'm not eating that. You know, it's go your own way, but in a way that is in service to humanity. It's about making this a better place to live, not a worse, not like taking 6 steps backwards. You're interested in evolving and really thriving. That's what Scorpio is interested in. So that's why I say, I want, from now on, anybody who's listening to me, don't give Scorpio a bad rap, because that's the energy that creates transformation and rebirth. So, this is a big week. I can't lie. This is pure Scorpio. I'm give it to you straight. This is a big week, okay? We're working with this new moon. New moon is a time of setting intentions for the next 28-day cycle, okay? It's a time to say, what do we really want for ourselves going forward? So, here's our symbol for this new moon energy at 8 degrees of Scorpio. The silvery moon shining across a beautiful gem of a lake. The silvery moon is you. That is your divine essence. It's like a platinum silver kind of a ray that lives within all of us, and it is the great mother. The moon is the divine feminine energy. It is the part of you that wants nothing more than to nurture the self, those closest to you, those in your extended family and friendships, the parts of your race and gender and all of that you relate to, clubs, interests, hobbies, and then keep going out and out and out to all of humanity. It is the absolute most nurturing energy. And that's what we're picking up on. You are the silvery moon that is shining a light in the pitch black of night. Hello, Scorpio. Scorpio goes down, down, down to the very bottom of the ocean, okay? And in this case, it's saying, shining across a beautiful gem of a lake. So we're at night. We can't see. But when we tap into that nurturing side of ourselves, we start to uncover what that truth really looks like, even in the pitch black of the night. And even when it's scary and we can't see, if we approach it through this lens of the silvery light, that nurturing part of you, when we approach looking at life, the dark parts of life that way, we start to see a personal truth. We start to be able to discern, you know what, this is how I feel about that, and this is how I'm going to take action, just for me. So this week, in particular, with all of the energy being so volatile and so much going on, and programs, these things that just go, go, go like a crazy, rat on a wheel, a lot of that is getting unraveled right now. A lot of it is getting revealed in order to be unraveled at some point, because we just can't take it anymore, okay? So your job, what I'm saying to you from the Good Vibrations camp, good vibrations can be tough vibrations too, and we all have a part to play. So think about looking through your lens. That's what your card is going to be about this week. Looking through your lens of this silvery light, the nurturing part of you, the part of you that's like a mother with a newborn child, is what I want you to think about. Whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. A person with your newborn child in your arms, and the feeling that you feel, and how you want to shape the world for that being, okay? Your personal responsibility is to look upon your world in that way, and to see, okay, what are the decisions I need to make in these situations I find myself in that's going to bring the most healing, that's going to bring the most nurturing, that's going to make this world a better place, not worse. And I'm not making a political statement on here, so please don't come at me with that. I'm just saying this overall. There's a lot of things happening, but we have to each take personal responsibility, okay? I am about good vibrations, but I'm also about standing in your power and not giving up the power that you came here to Earth to exercise. Don't just turn it over, okay? But look through nurturing eyes. The eyes of a brand new mother or father of a newborn, okay? This is the energy of Scorpio. And with that, you've got this silvery light, and you start to see beauty even in the stuff that could be looked at as very mucky and unclear. You can bring clarity to it for yourself. Don't worry about convincing everybody around you. Please stop that. That is creating more chaos and more static. Stand in your own truth, people. Shine your silvery light. Look through that lens of the silvery light. Nurturing, mothering, wanting to make things better. Use the Scorpio energy to your benefit, okay? I sound like I'm on a soapbox this week because that's how that feels. It's like, stop it, people. Like, let's just take a stand as an individual and not so much trying to convince everybody else about what to do, but being in your own power, okay? And then discerning for yourself how you feel. What are the best decisions moving forward that feel nurturing, that feel like we're taking care of these different pockets I mentioned, yourself as an individual, your close family, your extended family and friends, those in hobbies and pursuits you enjoy, all the way out to this outer ring of the collective of humanity and the future of our race, the future of our being in existence. It all ripples out. So look through that lens this week, and that's what your messages are going to point to, okay? So let's get going. So we have the Magdalene energy. She is feels she's a little fiery, a little warrior-like for me, but she's also very scorpionic. She doesn't hold any truths back. She's very forthright. Okay, so we have Magdalene, we have the animal energy working with us, and angels. Okay, so depending on what you chose, first card up is Magdalene energy. I just feel all fiery today, even though Scorpio is a water sign. Heart and soul. This is that nurturing, mothering energy that I was discussing. So for you, the theme of your silvery essence, that silvery moon that is you, the great mother, is in truly, I'm really going to encourage you to physically, as you are faced with things this week, because the energies are high. We're midway through Scorpio energy. With this new moon, set the intention. Take a minute. Take a few deep breaths. Each time you're faced with something challenging, something you go, what the hell is happening? Stop. Take a few deep breaths, and nice, deep, long ones. And I don't care where you are. If you're driving, if you're at work, if you're in the middle of a conversation, stop and take at least a couple of deep breaths and close your eyes and say, what does my heart say? Because I get the feeling that for you, you may have a tendency during this scorpionic phase to be up here in the mind more. And they're drawing my attention absolutely to, nope, you really got to drop into the heart. Go in, ask, take the time. The deep breaths get you kind of separated, or give some distance between you and your physical body and the physical senses. Then taking the deep breaths gives you that moment of pause and gets you into your body and into the more intuitive space. And then by asking, what does my heart say about this? And just get a sense. You will have a feeling, you will have an essence. For you, it's going to be an essence that comes through. It could be a color. I just feel like it's going to be a knowing, okay? And for you, your crystal this week is the pink calcite that I call lace. This is like two very proper English ladies having tea together in fine china. This is very nurturing, soft, ultimate in feminine energy. You may have had in recent months, I want to say not even weeks, recent months, you may have felt like you've had to be a real driving force, and that has been purposeful. And your team is really, I'm hearing like shouting and like, yeah! Your team is so excited, like they're just cheering you on. Like, it was so purposeful what you've just been through. And now with this energy, with where we're at in the Scorpio cycle, with setting intention for this new moon, they're just saying it's time to touch back now, because the one thing we can count on in life is change. So you've just been in this, get on the camera here, Kat. You've been in this loop over here of the infinity symbol, the like great action and, you know, really making a stand and taking steps forward. And now you're coming around and you're going to loop, if I can get in the frame, over here, okay? You've been over here, now you're going to loop over here. So you're on the other end of the loop is where you're headed over this next 28-day cycle. So really tap into that that very soft and proper part of yourself that is the very frilly parts of the soul. It is like a doily that is on a beautiful silver tray, and you're about to place very, very finely crafted chocolates on top of that to offer to others, like, and to yourself. Which one do I select? But right now, at the start of this new moon, you're in the time of placing down the doily, of taking a minute and taking those deep breaths and saying, okay, what is my heart's desire here? What is my heart saying? Before you make the selection of the chocolates. You're getting the doily on the platter, you've already gotten the chocolates, you've purchased them, and then you're going to start placing them on the doily, and then, what does my heart say? And then you're making a fine selection no matter what you choose. Remember, you're looking across your light, your lace, this part of you is that silvery moonlight that is shining across this beautiful gem of a lake. There are many, many options, and when you look across a lake that a moon is shining across, you'll see different colors and different kind of ripples show up, and every one is beautiful in its own way, just like fine chocolates. I have no idea why I'm being shown chocolates, but I like that image. So well done, those of you with the Magdalene this week. Any choice you make is good, okay? Don't judge yourself too harshly. And again, try to stay present with just you. This week for everybody is personal. We need to take personal ownership of our feelings and our discernment. Shut off all the distraction, the programs, the chaos, the networking, the outreach, the social media, the rat on the wheel, as I was saying in the beginning. That needs to be shut down this week. And take those steps of going within and finding that doily space of the doily-laden space of the soul. What does my heart say? What is my heart's desire for this? And when you're softening to that level by closing your eyes, by taking the deep breath and asking your heart, that's the silvery moon for you. At least for this cycle. Right here, right now, this is what I'm being given for you, okay? So be soft with it this week and ask your heart. That's the Magdalene. She is your avatar this week, Mary Magdalene, okay? Beautiful energy. Okay, next up is the animal. I just want to be sure I get the right crystal out of my pocket for you. All right, so next up is the animals. So if you chose this card, this is the back of the card, you get the meerkat, a wily little critter. And this says, get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. And right off the bat, I'm going to show you, you have my Sugalite. This is, I call it magic. This is like wizard energy. And this is very deep wisdom. And it feels very Merlin-like, just based in absolute magic and wonder, and coming from a place of passion about things, but definitely it's inner wisdom, okay? And it's like wizardry. It's a deep level of knowing that is very specialized. And so what I get with the meerkat, this combination of the energies for you, is a sense, your silvery light that I was talking about, what you can bring this week with this new moon cycle in setting your intention, is tapping into, it literally can be a group of people that you look to for your inspiration and support. And I think most of us do have people like that. It's not always family or friends. Sometimes it's outside of that too. But I almost, with the meerkat, I get the sense of, it's like you're popping your head up with all this chaos that's going around. You're kind of popping your head up and seeing, is there anybody out there? Anybody I can talk to? Is there somebody who's zinging at the level that I'm zinging at? And that's the wizard in you. this may be a good time to explore. As much as I want people to make this this is a deeply personal week, okay? But there can be great wisdom that could come to you through doing searches like through YouTube for other types of card readings, or on a subject that really lights you up, because the wizard magic is about passion. Having to do, I keep seeing red with this, which I don't very often see. I don't think I've ever seen this color with this when I hold this crystal. It's about passion, and the silvery light that you can bring to situations is when you get lit up from within. And as you listen and you get inspired by other people or other activities, something in you lights up then. And then you're able to shine that silvery light that I talked about in the intro. That's going to be the way that you kind of bless your world and can go about the task of, I'm faced with this situation. When you're in a time of not knowing what decision to make, when you're looking at the world and going, WTF, what is going on? What is going on right now? In those moments, that's when you really are, your soul's calling, your team is like calling you to remember the inspiration that keeps you going, that gets you fired up. Not necessarily to speak it out, and this is not a week to convince other people, because nobody is listening right now. There is so much jumble, so much chaos, so much like it's literally static that nobody's hearing anything anymore. That's why I'm saying this is a personal week. The very best that you can do is to tap into that silvery light, the nurturing part of you, the mother of the brand new newborn, and you do that by becoming this kind of meerkat energy of kind of sticking your head up and looking around in places like YouTube. If you're really inspired by watching somebody, listening to their messages, listening to a meditation, listening to singing bowls, there's tons of videos on things like that. Looking at instructional videos. So here's one for you. I know I bring up coloring a lot in my videos, but for some reason it's coming up. I found this great channel called 1000 Mandalas? Something like that. 1000 Mandalas. I think that's it. And this woman does instructional videos about how to color, and as crazy as that sounds, like techniques for making your own mandalas and how to color them, and like tools you can use to blend colors and all of this kind of thing. That totally, if I were getting this card, that would totally light me up. It's like you're discovering a new passion that's very easy for you to begin, not super cost prohibitive. And you're just like getting jazzed up by it this week. And that's the kind of light that is going to help you in these times when you feel really lost. And for you, I'm getting the word overwhelmed. When you feel overwhelmed about choices, about what's right and what's wrong, this is where we're at with this Scorpio energy. It's going to be hard to see the truth. But you have this silvery light within you, this passionate wizard-like place, and when you tap in, whether it's through a video, whether it's through a book you're reading, book on audio, if you drive a lot, listen in the car, talking with like-minded friends, that's the meerkat energy. It's tapping into something that just brings your spirit alive. We need something to believe in. That's what I feel for you who picked this card. Get something to believe in, because I think you feel like there's not perhaps as much to believe in as there maybe used to be, or I'm getting a sense of nostalgia here, if it could only be like it used to be. And there's a lot to believe in, but you just got to light that fire. I'm getting red for you. Light the fire up and get that silvery moon, that nurturing side of yourself. The nurturing part of you needs that passion. Okay? So look to books, videos on YouTube, things that excite you, things you're interested in. Maybe you want to learn more about your astrological sign. There's tons of information out there about Aries or whatever you are. Okay? Do a deep dive on it. Great week for that. Go on a hike, you know, and start looking at mushrooms. Get together with friends who really are passionate about a certain subject. Maybe, you know, even debating out some things. For some people, they really need to do that. But for you, it's about really bringing up the passion, okay? Be that meerkat. Stick your head up. Maybe you've been ducking away because it's all too much. A feeling of overwhelmed comes up. So stick your head up and kind of look around what lights you up, because that's really going to help you in moments when you can't seem to discern or you feel kind of lost on where to get started on something, how to make a decision, how to move forward, what's the best choice. Oh my God, it's all too much. And it's easy to feel that way right now. But by kicking your passion up, that will get you more focused and get you feeling a sense of hope again. Okay? And there's nothing more important right now at this stage of the cycle of Scorpio than feeling hope, and really from a sense of personal. It's a personal feeling of hope. Please keep it personal this week. Be your best damn self. And that is the very best thing you could do for all of humanity at this point. Okay? The final card we have is the angels coming for you, people who chose this card. That's your avatar this week. So the message from the angels to you on what is your silvery moon is the Six of Earth. And this card can go a couple of ways. The card itself reads, gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan, or paying off debts. This certainly could be money related, and I do get the sense I'm seeing like a little busy bee in my mind space. A real sense of getting down to business, because you have an earth, and if I can dig her out here, she likes to stick to my jacket. You have my hippie goddess. This is the Azurite Malachite combo that I have called Hippie Goddess. This is part of my Earth team. So there is a sense, the Hippie Goddess kind of tiptoes through the forest and she finds what she needs and she's totally taken care of. She has everything she needs to get through whatever she is about to face. Okay? That's the energy of this. And there's also a sense of evening things up. I'm not seeing this so much as justice. Sometimes I will see this scales image as kind of a justice card. But I actually see it more like your best move is to bring more of a sense of balance to things and think about where you've been feeling areas of excess. Maybe you've been putting in too much time on this area of life or giving this too much focus, and now it's time to go over here. It seems very similar to the Magdalene card, where maybe there has been maybe you've been pushing really hard to get some things accomplished, and now it's time to do the reverse. That's what I'm getting. To take your efforts, your coins, as they're being shown in this. These are like pentacles. To take your investment of time and attention. You've given it here, and now it's time to go over here. So really do some soul searching this week. I'm encouraging everybody to keep this personal this week. Please direct the energy inward. That's a good, new moon time is a great moment to do that, because this journey is about you. Okay, we want to help our friends and our family and the greater collective, but it really comes down to you. And my message here at Call of the Wild is always be the best damn you can be. That is your greatest mission. And don't worry so much about other people. You may have felt, for some reason I'm getting this sense of, you may have felt the need recently to really be watching out for others and really giving a lot of effort towards other people. And that has been purposeful and meaningful and very much appreciated. However, now in the cycle, I'm just giving you the energy report as I see it. It's time for you. You need to put that investment, they keep bringing up the word investment, into you now. This is not about other people. This is about you. And that hippie goddess, the crystal, that energy is about knowing that you have everything you need. But you do need to look around, because the immediate feeling I get with that crystal is this very, she's very tall and slim, very long hair. She's very hippie-like. And she's literally like flitting through the forest with no shoes on, jeans rolled up, a flowy shirt on, and she's just flitting through the forest, and she's picking up little bits of nourishment, of things that she needs to build a fire, of things of water that she needs to drink, of, things that she can eat to nourish her body, of finding shelter. Everything she needs is in the forest. Okay, it's a very earthy kind of feeling. And so there may be a sense too for you that it's a good week to kind of put your nose to the grindstone and get some stuff done. And that can help you to get out of this fray of the chaos and all the static that's going on in the world right now. Is that really keep focused on your experience and invest your time, your energy, your effort, your focus on you, and making the investment in how you choose to give your thoughts to another. What is the direction you want to give your thought, your feeling, your time, your energy to? And your team is saying to me they need to give it to themselves, because you've been very outward facing, and now it's kind of a time for you. And that can even be in terms of work, even though work for most of us tends to be about helping other people or an organization or company. You have a very personal role to play within that, including what you choose to talk about and feel with other people you work with, because it just takes one other person and you create this little energy spiral. And how are you choosing to create those energy spirals? In what direction? And I'm going to skip back here to that Sabian symbol for you. Remember, this week, this cycle, you're setting the next 28 days. What do you choose to put your focus on as your silvery light? Your silvery moon that you're shining is the nurturing part, the mothering part, as if you are the mother or father holding your newborn baby. What do you want to create for that new life that's going forward? And we can look at it as the new life we're creating for the next 28 days. And you could also look at it as the new life you're creating for your year ahead too, because we're in those energies already for 2017. So really turn the eyes, the focus inward this week, and think about yourself as that very, light and flitting hippie goddess. Letting go of some of the restrictions, because I do feel a sense of sort of these belts that tie you down, or that you feel like there's only one certain pathway that you've been able to go, or that you felt comfortable going recently. And that's okay. I'm not judging. I don't do that. That's just what I'm seeing. Like sometimes we get in parts of life where we feel very restricted. And so for you, think about the forest analogy I gave with the hippie goddess, that everything is available, but you might just have to scrimmage and kind of dig a little bit and look around a little bit more at everything that's available. And that includes, your team is bringing up again, your thoughts and your emotions. How you choose to look at your world and feel about your world, whether it's your very personal inside world or those outer rings, you know, within your immediate family, extended family and friends, areas of interest, hobbies, any kind of passion you have, and all the way out to the greater collective. Your thoughts and your emotions have a major impact on that silvery light that you choose to shine. And again, being the best damn you is the best possible thing you could do under all of this crazy chaotic energy that is digging up so much that is ready to be brought to the light, okay? Brought out into the light, because it can't be swept under the carpet anymore. But it's a chaotic time. So we need to take care of ourselves this week, people. And so one other message is, I probably won't, or I know I won't be on giving a video next week. I would appreciate any and all good juju, as I'm having a procedure done and we'll be out of commission for a little bit, but I'm going to try to get at least written card readings up the following week perhaps. I'm going to see how things go. But I appreciate your good vibes for me, and always I appreciate all the support of everybody out there. And so set those intentions. This is an important cycle with Scorpio. And wishing you a wonderful new moon and 28 days ahead. Take care. Bye-bye.